this season. Now, when I first took the position as a showrunner, I had the opportunity to work with three amazing women. One of them I interviewed during the telethon, and now it's time to shine the spotlight on the other two. Without further ado, coming out first is our show writer, Sydney Jones. Behind the scenes, making sure a lot happens. What made you obviously take a pill in Point Blank in the first place?
Great question. So first, thank you so much for having me on.
Of
It's
course.
so amazing being on this side of the camera. And I would say my first real interest was actually going to our very first show. Like, I say it's ours, but I wasn't really a part of the team just yet. But being able to like come out here and see what you were wanting to do with this whole entertainment segment, like I feel like that was just something that spoke to me, especially as a sophomore me who wasn't really sure all the things that I wanted to do, and seeing this wide-eyed freshman like coming in ready to like revive something that had long since been dead. Like, it was amazing to be able to be a part of it and just learn about it.
That's right. And Sydney, obviously you came into Point Blank, but then you kind of branched out to HPU Vision. You became the idea chair, sending out every email.
Yes.
I know students who are watching a part of the club, they know that you are going to send an email almost every single day.
Always.
What made you kind of branch out and come out your comfort zone, not only in Point Blank, but also in other aspects of the club as well?
Well, I would say for that, I think it was the idea of being able to connect with everybody. It's something that thankfully is now unknown, but when I was first starting out in college, I was extremely introverted, and it was very hard for me to want to talk to other people. And I feel like that was a way for me to be able to talk to other people, becoming the idea chairwoman, where my number one pet peeve is misinformation, or like when people say they don't have all the clues that they can have. And so if I'm being the one that is able to fill that for anybody, if I'm able to just fill in that information or let them know what they may be missing out on, like that just fulfills a part of me, you know, like being able to, one, talk to everybody without being face to face, but also like make sure everybody's connected and on one accord.
You know, it's funny that you say you're an introvert, right? Because obviously now people know they probably won't describe you as an introvert because of the fact that you came out so much out of your comfort zone. Now, what got you into writing in the first place?
I would say I always have been like a reader, like from a very young age. When I was a little kid, I loved deep diving into like books and like taking them apart, finding out what I wanted to do with them. And I feel like that also connects to my love for media production. That's why I'm a double major in both English and media production, because I just feel such a connection to the way that stories are told and how they connect with other people. One of my favorite things is connection, like I said like 100 times already. But being able to connect to the root of a book and then also be able to write is something that just works well for me. Being able to like describe things in different ways and hear different things back.
And you're also involved, right? I'm talking about you're involved. I know I'm talking about what you're involved in a lot, but you're not only involved, you're not only a big part of the HPU Vision community, you're also a big part in your sorority life as well.
Yes.
Talk about that. What made you get into being an Alpha Kappa Alpha?
All right, so first of all, I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I am the number 5 of our Spring 25 line. Very huge honor to be a part of. But the thing that made me get into that in particular, it's a pretty long story, so I'm gonna try and go through it, but ever since I was a little kid, my mom had me and my sisters in volunteering every step of the way. Every year, everything that we could do, we were doing. And so that meant in the retirement homes, we were helping out the other older women in there. In our church, of course, we're ushering, we're helping out. I know you went to church growing up, so you know how that was, going out and helping out in wherever your mother told you to go. And that was one thing I took great pride in. But even growing up is something that I still instill in my life to this day. In mentorship, I'm also a diversity mentor, being able to talk with other people and help them in ways that I never had growing up, and especially coming into this school. And it was like all these different aspects of volunteering all converged once I found out what it meant to be a woman of Alpha Kappa Alpha. None of my family members that are closer to me are members of AKA, and so I had to do my own research and figure out that this is truly something that I already am empowering and being a part of. I'm just not wearing the labels, or it's just not what I am yet. But to be a part of is like, it's something so much more, you know, than just me doing it by myself. Now I'm doing it and I'm telling you that there are other women out there who wear the same letters as me that you can go out to and you can help and they will help you. I mean, it's like, it's being a part of something greater than yourself that just like, I don't know, it gives me a little extra pep in my step. Like I'm excited to go out and do more because now I know I'm representing something so big. It's so beautiful.
Okay, now you got me flashbacks, right? You know,
Right.
I remember going to church and everything, and also feeding the homeless and making sure that the community is great as well. Tell me, what is the best thing that you think you've done so far being in your sorority? What is one thing that you guys have done to give back to the community that has stuck with you?
Ooh, great question. Okay, so my favorite part about being in my chapter in particular was the fact that last semester I was the initiative chairwoman of the Empower Our Families movement. A part of Empower Our Families is our YLI program, Youth Leadership. And so with that, we partner with a local organization, D-Up, right here in High Point.
I love D-Up.
Love D-Up, and I love those kids so much. Where we go out once a month and we talked with them and we taught them ways to like empower themselves and speak leadership into their lives now at this early and very fundamental age. And so my favorite thing in particular was being able to like go out each month, make relationships, shout out Mel if you're listening, and just like talking with them about what it means to be that powerful person, even right now, and how to continue to foster that for later in life as well. Like, it's just, I don't know, they're so funny. I love little kids because they're so hilarious, but I also love them because there's just so much that, you know, you may have done wrong that you can teach them not to do, you know?
Okay. You write, you produce, you know, and you love giving back to your community. What is the plan after graduation? What do you plan on doing?
Thank you. So I am currently planning on going right back to school for summer. For both of my degrees, I want to be able to fulfill them and over-fulfill them. So I'm going to be taking extra classes just to make sure I get both of them fulfilled. And then also during the summer, I'm continuing work over in the city. I'm returning to a place that I left just a while ago, but it's just a management position within my server position. A management position within my server job so that I'm able to continue doing what I love while studying.
Okay. Well, Sydney, you know you're going to be back here, so I'm not going to say
yes.
bye just yet. But for those at home, don't go anywhere because Point Blank will be right back with Sarah.
Game is on the line. Championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at cisa.gov/secure-our-world. Then share them with family and friends.
I enlisted as a medic to be there to help my patients, and after an injury, I found myself as a patient. I experienced post-traumatic seizures. Depression is a big one that comes along with it, PTSD. So I pursued my PhD in neuroscience and regenerative medicine. The coalition has helped fund my academic pursuits. They genuinely care about helping the vet in whatever way that they can. Through supporting the coalition, you're supporting some of the veterans that have the biggest needs.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
As a young girl, I just grew to love using power tools, pouring concrete, and doing things that were scary and loud, and yet I looked around and realized no other girls are doing these things. As I grew up, I realized that girls need to see themselves in this space. Start here. So that's what I set out to do, and I became an educator and a mentor for young girls. No masks down till clear. Making teaches girls how to think of their ideas as important. Go light. It changes the way they think about what they're capable of. If I can fuse metal, what can't I do? Perfect. Look at how good that was. And so I think making for girls is about voice, and that's what's really exciting, because we're building the world we want to see for ourselves. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
And welcome back. As you know, social media is a huge part of Point Blank. Now, before I was a showrunner, the Instagram had under 20 followers. Fast forward to for today, we have nearly 500. Now, there is a brain behind all of that, and her name is Sarah Lamb. Hey, Sarah.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Take a seat. So, Sarah, I'm going to ask the same first question
Yep.
I did with Audrey and
Okay.
now with Sydney.
Okay.
What drove you to joining Point Blank as a show?
I was actually kind of tricked into it, not gonna lie. So I was actually a strategic communications and graphic design major, and I don't know, it was actually just presented to me at this club fair, and then my professor said to me, it was Professor Jenkins, and he said to me, yeah, they really need some help. Vision needs some help, and you know how to do that. And I said, okay, can I get some extra credit for it? Absolutely. I never got that extra credit,
course.
but here I am, and I've been doing it for the past 2 years now. So yeah, super cool.
Well, first of all, what people may not know about you
Yeah.
is that, well, they will know about you, obviously. You're very ambitious, same as Sydney as well. But I remember specifically from you, the first meeting you ever attended where we had, I was a mess. I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, you had a whole group me made.
Yeah.
You had the email set up, and you were ready to take over all of the social media accounts. What drove you? What is the love behind, the passion for social media, and also the passion you have for working the machines that nobody knows how to work, obviously, too?
Yeah, so actually, I think it was my senior year, and I didn't have anything going on anymore. I had just alumni from my sorority, and I used to do a lot of social media for them, and then my family, I do a lot of for their social media page for our family's business. So I already knew how to run an organization on a smaller level or even a larger level, and I just wanted to grow something else on campus and actually be a part of something again. So I think that's why I really just dove into it, because I really didn't have anything else going on. So, but I've loved the whole process and watching it grow. And, when we used to have live audiences, that was also super fun.
Yes.
Yeah, everything we've done has been spectacular.
First of all, you're talking like you did not grow the Instagram page from 20 followers
Yeah.
to 500 followers. That's pretty insane. You have tactics that I've never seen before
I wish
in
we
social
could have
media.
done more. I wish we could have done more. We do have, more. We have a lot more followers than most of the, communication departments here in the building, but I do wish I could have done more. I know that my team, when I'm gone, will do more after, but I'm super proud of what we were able to accomplish.
And let's talk about what you're involved in as well, because you're not only involved in school programs like
Yeah.
HPU Vision and your sorority,
Yeah.
you are one of the, is it right to say owners, or is it right to say kind of co-owners of
Yeah.
Pink Poppy, which is a shop in High Point. Now you guys moved to High Point.
Yep.
But it is a family-owned shop. Talk about that.
Yeah, so my family owns it's a clothing and fun boutique where we have stuff for sororities, and then we also have clothes, jewelry, stuff like that. We actually added Kendra Scott when we moved over to High Point. Yeah, I do that. I try to help as much as I can with that, but then I also have a new position on campus. I'm actually a staff member now. So I'm no longer just a student, I'm also a staff member. I work for Campus Concierge, so I also try to help with their media team as much as possible. I also work with the Facebook pages for the parents, so I coordinate that as well and talk to them and pretty much go through all their issues and yada yada. Super fun.
So you went from not having a lot going for you joining Point Blank to now
Yeah.
having a whole.
Now I got a whole thing going. I also have different things that I do off the rack, for other clients. I did a mayoral campaign for Greensboro. He didn't win. He didn't win. He said something, but he didn't win. But I worked on that, and then I worked for a couple other just clients that I do some media things for. But yeah, super cool. I'm super busy now.
Okay, I need to know, was there a moment that kind of made you say, okay, I need to not only get involved in this, but I need to get involved in everything and to make sure that my voice and that my face is seen and heard?
I think I was just in such a weird place from when I wasn't going to come back to High Point, where I was going to transfer. But when I came back, I said, if I am going to come back here, I'm going to put both feet in and do as much as I can in the last year that I had. And then now it's turned into, I'm in my master's program and I'm still here. So I've kept my feet in this area and other areas as well, and try different departments and just try to broaden my horizons.
And now, what is the plan after you walk that stage?
So currently the plan is to stay in my position here on High Point University campus. I have another plan that I can't talk about yet.
No problem.
I'm really excited. If it does work out, I will be elated, and it will lead to me doing something that I thought I would have to wait till I'm older to do. So I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that maybe it will work out.
Okay, you said elated, so I'm kind of curious now. Can you give us a hint? Can you give us a hint of what it is? All I want is one hint.
Nah, no hints.
No hints?
No hints.
Okay.
I don't want to jinx myself.
So it's just, we find out when we find out.
You find out when you find out.
That's
if you
right.
see it on my Instagram the day that I find out, then you can know. But as of right now, nah, it's in the works.
And what about the shop? What do you plan on doing that? Do you plan on still working with that?
Yeah,
or?
so it's just my family store. So basically, just we do as much as we can to support each other and to just do whatever we can. We recently have been doing a lot of live sales, so my older sister has been doing that a lot, and she's fantastic and hilarious. So sometimes I'll go in and I'll help her, but yeah, it's just as much as we can do when we can do it. She also has a full-time job. She works, so it's just whenever we can.
Before we go into our third segment, I do want to ask you one question. You're a grad student.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing about this year being a grad student for you?
Writing all the papers.
Yeah.
There's so many papers, guys. I'm writing a paper right now as we speak. I was just doing it before I got on, but it's so much. It's so much writing and group work. So much group work.
All right, well, note to self, if anybody ever plans on grad school, there's a lot of writing and a lot of group work, okay?
Yep.
There we go. Well, Sarah, we're going to see you and Sydney next block, which is going to be our last block. But for those of you who are watching at home, don't go anywhere because we will be right back.
I enlisted as a medic to be there to help my patients, and after an injury, I found myself as a patient. I experienced post-traumatic seizures. Depression is a big one that comes along with it, PTSD. And I realized that I was more interested in developing new therapies rather than prescribing the current ones. So I pursued my PhD in neuroscience and regenerative medicine. It is doing what we can with service members today to help the service members tomorrow. Mila is my best friend. She is that person that I can go to and say, hey, I'm not okay right now.
The giving of the coalition has helped me as a caregiver. If we need them, we can reach out to them.
The coalition has helped fund my academic pursuits. They genuinely care about helping the vet in whatever way that they can. It might be financial, it might be through emotional support, it might be through helping them with a move or modifying their home to specific needs. Through supporting the coalition, you're supporting some of the veterans that have the biggest needs.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
We put our trust in professionals with years of training to help us lead healthy lives. We rely on them to do their jobs with diligence and dedication, because if they don't, our lives are on the line. Clean water is essential to survive. 98% of fresh water lies underground, which must be accessed by trained groundwater professionals. One trained groundwater professional can ensure the health of an entire community. Don't take clean water for granted. Learn how to protect our water at groundwater.okstate.edu.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Welcome back to Point Blank, and now we are on our last segment of the Senior Show Spotlight. I have both seniors with me, Sydney Jones again, Sarah Lamb again, once again. Now I want to have this segment to ask both of you guys this question. To our freshmen, right, that you have mentored. Both of you have had great freshmen that you mentored. What is one piece of advice that you want them to go out with?
Good question. Would you like to answer first?
No, you can go first.
Okay. Well, to my very favorite freshman, I would say to say what you mean what you say, and be strong in how you believe. There are a lot of different things that are going to come up in other people's opinions, but those are not meant to be your own. Still be strong in your faith and what you believe to be right, especially in the upcoming opportunities that High Point University will give you if you choose to take them.
There you go.
Yeah, it's hard to follow up.
You got it.
I would just say in my line of what we've been working with is just stay true to what you think is best. Be as creative as you can, funny, but also try to stay in the style guide, as I keep telling them. Use textures. They love to use blank backgrounds. Use textures. I like always tell them, like, use it.
Yeah.
But always have fun, always be yourself, and just love the process.
And you both touched up on how when you first came here and when you first kind of got involved with things, you guys were introverts, weren't involved in much. What was one goal that you have now achieved that seems so far away when you were an introvert, when you weren't involved in a lot of things?
I think the one thing I've just gained is the just friendships that I've gained over the years that I have not been an introvert anymore. I used to be incredibly shy, and I wouldn't be able to do this right now. I still get dragged here, but I got to host a show, and my freshman self would have never done that, not in a million years. But I don't know. I think it's just been a really cool experience.
Yeah. Kind of very similar, actually. I'm very excited to even feel like, I don't even feel anxiety being up here as I knew I would have years ago. And so this is definitely like, may not have been a goal going into it, but it's definitely something I get to cross off my list. But as far as goals, like people being able to know my name, and especially, it's a smaller thing, but be able to spell it correctly. Because if you've heard about me enough, then you've known me, seen me enough, then like spelling my name comes easier and easier. And so being able to have it listed out like that shit, it just makes me feel good every time.
First time walking that stage next Saturday.
Yes.
Second time walking that stage next Saturday.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, that's right. It is a different ceremony.
Yeah.
That's right. Any feelings towards that?
I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I still have to do the summer, like the CBL, you have to do 2 semesters in the summer, but I'm super excited. I mean, I've already had it's long. It's
really?
It's really long. There's bagpipes that play.
Oh my gosh.
It's super cool. But no, I'm really excited, and I got a new cap and gown, guys. Like,
that's right.
I'm super hyped.
I like that.
The nerves for you, Sydney? Are they kicking in yet, or are they?
A little bit. I'm more nervous because I've never known a life without school, and so now, like going into that, the real world, as they call it, like I'm more nervous for the unexpected than I am scared. You know, I'm very excited. I know God has a will and way for me, and as long as that holds up, I'm holding true. You know.
There we go. Okay, Gabby, you are going to not like me for a little bit because I'm going to ask you to kind of take over in the control room real quick. Our director right now, Lauren Zigvan, can you please come out real quick? And Jack O'Donnell, please come out. Come on, come to the floor. Come to the floor. Come to the floor. Come on, come on. Come on.
Do they need a mic?
Now, obviously, you all have met the people behind the scenes, but these are also the brains and faces behind the scenes as well that make everything work in this show. You guys are also seniors as well. I'm very sad about that. We don't have you mic'd up, so I don't know if you guys can say anything. Maybe you talk a little loud if you guys want to say anything to the camera. There we go.
I love this.
So I just want to thank everyone for my past 4 years here. This club means so much to me, and I don't have any words because I didn't have anything prepared. So I just am so grateful for the studio, for the school, all the memories made, and I can't wait to see where the program goes in the future.
I'm plenty loud, so you'll probably be good. It's just such a surreal feeling. I've been doing this show several times, or this club several times a week for 4 years now, and Point Blank has always been one of my favorites, even since freshman year. They usually cover topics I'm not super familiar with, so it's always a pleasure to come and learn something. I've always appreciated what you guys talk about here. I'm just really excited to see what everybody's going to do next year and going forward. So my eyes will still be on this club.
So nice. And allow me to say, for all 4 of you, bottom of my heart, seriously, thank you for everything you guys have done. You guys have been more than amazing. Not only to the club HPU Vision, not only to the show of Point Blank, but to me as an individual. I just traveled with you to a different state in the West Coast, not literally 2 hours ago. You always get on me about every single thing I need to do. Social media would not be a thing without you, and you always come through every time I need you, no matter what. And that just shows me that you guys are not only great teammates, great people to work with, but also great human beings as well. And I do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate that. So, without further ado, now that we got all emotional and then I had to, kind of hype them up a little bit, we are now going to end the show, the last show of the season. We thank you all for watching from home, and get ready for next season. You won't see these faces anymore, unfortunately, but we will have something in the books for you all. For right now, I'm Jordan Bankston with Point Blank. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.